As I said, we were 3 teams, and everyone had a photographer, and there was a director. Actually, the idea was to make it into a TV show, three times 30 minutes. But then the team number 1 and number 3 kind of failed, not because they were bad filmmakers, but just because they couldn't get into the fjord system because of all the ice. And then number 3 had to leave because of all the ice. So I was just in the middle, really lucky, basically. And I came down home with this material, and I thought, let's try to make it into a movie instead. And we got financing for the film after it was shot. So I pitched it with the material that I had. And then there was one cameraman who was there for the whole 4 months of the expedition, and he did the landscapes and the time lapses and that. We were stuck, I think it was for a day or so, and it was just a question of, because it was getting warmer at that point. It was like the end of spring, trying to get in, so we knew that it would break up, you know. This was probably a very early shot, what you see, and at noon, it's melting again. So, but some of what you see at the end, when we're bumping into the iceberg, that happened at the end, and I thought that was a really bad idea to go against the icebergs, but I didn't want to argue the captain. He seemed as, you know, like a good captain, and but the ship is actually also more robust, and it looks like a very old ship, but it's from the 1950s, and it was used to be a container ship for going between Denmark and Greenland, so it has an iron cast under the wood, so it can actually sail those waters. Yeah, there is a high pressure basically almost constantly over Greenland at the summertime. So it will be a great tourist destination, I think. Yes, the music. I wanted the film, as I said, it should be like prototypes of humanity, and I thought that goes for the music as well. So Mozart that you hear, it's, you know, the late Mozart, the Requiem, and then it's early Metallica. And I thought both of them have, you know, something very human. It's a very human expression. That's why I didn't go for electronic music. I tried to, although you can argue electronic music is also very human, but I wanted it to have this acoustic feel. The archaeologist, yeah, he had a colleague with him. So the colleague shot the bear. And he has a lot of scars on his leg. Yes, that was a really dramatic thing when it happened, and I was not allowed to film. So to my regret, I lost that shot. But as I said, I didn't want to, you know, become enemies with anyone. So I didn't shoot it, but it was the guy, you see, the guy who fishes a lot. It was his plane. So he was there, and one of the sailors were on the plane, and they just left to go, you know, circling, and they never came back. So the hours went by, and all of a sudden it was night, and we hadn't heard anything from them. The radio were not working, and then the captain went out in a Zodiac, and just by luck he found them walking, and it had turned around, you know, and the weapons and the radios were wet. So I think if the captain wouldn't have found them, they would be dead, I think. But they insisted that I didn't shoot any of it. I think because they were so afraid. I think there were a lot of cool scientific, but they work on a completely different time span, you know, so we will know in 10 years or something, you know, when they have, you know, desiccated all the stones. But the guy you see with the ponytail, Minik, he was 10 years ago, he was in Greenland on a similar expedition, and at that expedition he found out that the occurrence of life on this planet, it's not 3.5 billion years old, it's 3.8 billion years old. So he moved it with 300 million years. It would have been even cooler if we moved it by 10 minutes. I don't think the end is near. I think we as a civilization might be heading towards the end if we don't change certain things. But at the same time, we're in a very unique position because we are the dominant species, and it has never ever happened before that the dominant species has the knowledge that we have, that we actually know what is going on. You know, I don't think the dinosaurs really knew what was going on.
Okay, Daniel, thank you so much for the Q&A.